I think it definitely has made me more aware of who I am.
I really feel like it is helping me as a leader to guide myself.
You're better able to understand the world around you.
Things that maybe I could have ignored before, I can't ignore those anymore.
It's pointing light and it's focusing on the individuals that have been left out.
This is the one conversation that we had not had. We'd be very explicit and, as we say, unapologetic, and talk about race.
This is a very complex, very difficult concern and issue that we're facing, and it is not unique to Fort Worth ISD.
I could say 4.5 years ago, I don't know if we could have talked about race in the manner that we're doing today. And I know that for a fact that most school boards across this country can't even begin to have half of the conversation we're having right now.
Without the courageous conversations, I would not be having conversations at all.
We weren't able to sit across the table and have these conversations in meaningful ways because we ourselves didn't reflect.
And race is the most pervasive issue that affects all areas of our society in the United States of America.
You need to recognize race and what role that race plays in whatever, if you're teaching or you're the principal of a school. We have to look at our systems and say, what role does race play in why we establish whatever we're doing in that manner?
It's an important issue that our superintendent has led the charge.
Just like support must precede accountability, courageous conversations must precede courageous leadership.
It's been an amazing journey to kind of watch leaders in our district really take up the mantle of really educating all students and putting the emphasis on all.
And that's the beauty of doing it as part of a school system, is that the same grace that we give ourselves to learn and to grow with this is what our students can then begin to experience in the classroom.
Ms. Sherbury, thank you so much for addressing the training, that we are sooner rather than later ready to engage our community partners.
This training is absolutely vital so that the leaders in our buildings and our teachers in our classrooms can have a framework.
It's really given us a lot of tools to engage in very difficult conversations in a safe way.
It really helps us see maybe voices at the table that have been silenced, and we're now able to hear from multiple perspectives.
The tools to do that on a grand level, I think, is empowering teachers and administrators to really be the voice and the advocate for their students.
I hope that our district can be one of the leaders, not only in the state but in the country.
I think a lot of the conversations that we've had in the past, we danced around the issue. And now it's here. Fort Worth is walking the walk now, it's not just talk.
I feel like we can start something here with our student body.
And it doesn't just stop right here in the campuses. It is lifelong, it is lasting. It's why it's important that we concentrate on this work.
The leadership is there. We have an entire division dedicated to not only excellence in education, but the equity in bringing that excellence out in our schools and teachers.
Change is constant, and if you're uncomfortable with it, you might be the issue. If you're not on board, then this isn't the place for you.
Equity, not equality, is what we're discussing. That we're mindful that we now know the difference and we know how to define race, ethnicity, culture.
And that is what we're fighting for and really advocating for every day, is that equity is a part of every department in this district, that it becomes the culture we live in.
Everyone delivering instruction to all students.
I hope that all of our students feel valued.
In a perfect world, racial equity looks like the fabric of society.
Racial equity in my mind would be that we no longer have to have this conversation.
It wouldn't even be an issue. We wouldn't have to talk about it. It would just be.